B-U-S-S-Y is our favorite word. 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 Just kidding, we are gay, baby.
How do you? Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. I'm Bobby.
I'm Jim.
We are coming out of the closet.
Yeah.
As total straights. Bro. Did you get any pussy this weekend?
Smashing pussy.
Did you smash some puss this weekend?
I smashed some puss. I watched the Bengals win.
Bro.
I don't know if they actually won.
I don't know either. I was too busy banging chicks.
Oh, God. It's so bad. It's so bad.
And praying to Jesus.
I can't do it.
I can't either. It's really hard to just not be myself.
Why would we not? I can't
like
do
that
it
actually
anymore.
makes me.
It's like, oof, I don't like trying to pretend even.
Right, like it gives me anxiety.
It took me back. It's like, oh, remember when you had to do this all the time?
What's up? Yeah. What's up, girl?
Poor Bobby. You were at like the radio station spinning some records and you were like, hey,
no, I would just be really quiet.
Yeah. That's the way to hide.
Hey.
Yep.
I'm fucked up. I'm not. Well, I kind of am. The world's fucked up, as you know, and we're not going to fucking dwell on it, but we do need to like at least
we do have
mention
to at least,
it.
Yeah. It was one of those 10 p.m. nights for me because I was like, I know where this is going.
Yep. I knew right when it started coming in. I was like,
this just feels off.
I feel like first it's the red and then the blue wave. I'm like, no, I can tell this is different. I could tell this is different.
No, this time it's all red.
I can tell all the straight men in my life voted for it.
And people just didn't vote for her because why? There was nothing too much to vote for.
Oh, well, let me just play this clip really quick then. Nick Fuentes.
Hey, bitch, we control your bodies. Guess what? Guys win again. You will never
Vous n'aurez jamais le contrôle de votre
propre
corps.
Your body, our choice.
Cet influenceur masculiniste.
Oh, okay. Even the French are talking about it.
I got the French version, but this is what we're going to be dealing with.
That's what we're going to have to listen to because guess what? He's going to get beat.
Honestly,
I would love for him to come try.
We're going to start kicking
You know what
ass.
I mean?
Yeah. Well, then I saw this last night, and I want you to read this for the crowd.
It is the will of the people to say faggot and retarded based department. And then someone said yes.
So then I'm like, okay, all right.
Okay.
Then I'm looking. Easily the two best slurs of all time. Yes, duly noted. Proper government policy right here.
So literally we're just going back to our childhood.
If the
is
shoe
that where
fits,
we're headed back?
Yep. Get in, faggot. We're making America great again. Smiles. Let's bring it back. I'm scared to retweet this, but I wholly agree. First of all, it is my God-given right and I intend to use it. Daggum had me laughing. I want to steal this one. I mean, it is crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so welcome to America 2020, 2002. Maybe even 1999.
2020, 2002.
This is honestly, this is
1990s.
This is pre 9/11.
Yeah. No, right.
Because we actually kind of bonded then. And it was like, okay, we like gay people too. Like they're at least like the nurses.
They're still
and shit.
Americans.
Right.
And then they were like 2 years later, like, let's pass a national ban on gay marriage.
Yeah. And so.
And it went in the Ohio
headed back to where we're really glad to be going back to where
it's still in the Ohio State Constitution.
Oh, I know. We're never. It's over.
So that's where now. So yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of changes in the next couple of years here.
I think there's a lot of people that are fucking stupid though too that are going to realize, oh, I don't know what a tariff is.
I do kind of want the prices to go up for them. They're going to go up for everyone, but fine. We just won't buy anything. We'll buy what we need.
Here's the other thing, though. They don't have anybody to blame but themselves.
Right.
They're in control of everything. So
and it's It's a great economy already.
Right.
So that's what.
So if anything, it's going to just stay good. And then
inflation's like 2% again.
The
stock market's
honestly,
great.
I hope it crashes.
I do too.
I'm
ready.
Give a fuck.
I don't
give a fuck.
Let's go.
Prove me wrong. But let me tell you, boys and girls, we're going to have to start charging you because of tariffs.
Yeah.
We're going to have to let the consumer.
It's $5 a month.
Yeah.
Required.
We're getting our voiceovers from China, and we're going to have to pay the tariffs now. So
and we have to pass it on to the consumer because that's how tariffs work.
Literally.
So
but let's
we can't absorb the cost.
Tariffs, like
tariffs.
You understand that? That's what. I mean, I can't.
They do just sound fun, kind of, though.
Like, it is a good word. Like, oh, we're gonna do tariffs, and it's
I'm gonna fucking put a tariff on you, bitch.
I'm like,
it's like tariff me, daddy.
Like, we voted because of the tariffs. We wanted the tariff, and I'm like,
do you know what a tariff is?
So
they can't even spell it.
You're gonna lose your job probably.
There's
no way
to
pay you.
Right.
And then you think they're going to bring this to America, these jobs? Nobody wants to fucking fold what is it called? Sweatpants? Sweatshops?
Oh no,
we don't have sweatshops here.
I'm sorry, but there's just certain things like no, people do not want to make flags here. I was watching this show about
$3
the making
an hour.
of plastic polyester flags. No one's going to want to pay the prices that come with tariffs because we're used to getting shit on Amazon for cheap.
This is just going to drive us back into inflation. By the way,
we're not going to do. Oh yeah, no.
Because what's going to happen is
the stuff that's here will be higher because it's already here.
Yep.
And then all these
for
American,
that $10 shirt, it's going to be 20, and you're going to be like. What are you going to blame then?
H&M, gone.
How are you going to blame? What are you going to blame? You're probably blame Biden still.
How are you going to blame? No, they will.
Biden's the one that left us this economy.
By the way, like do you see that clip I sent you?
The beach?
We finally beat Medicare. Like, let me play this for you. Just so we can remember, because we've blocked this shit out. I just want you to know.
I really want to,
We've blocked this part. It's the clip of him saying we finally beat Medicare. And it's like... It was that when he was like, when I talked to Netanyahu in Saudi Arabia, and you're like, I'm sorry, like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think he's a great American. I think he did a lot for our country, but I think he kind of fucked us over. By waiting till the last minute and then showing his ass.
It should have been 2022, and he's like, I'm not running.
Right. Period.
I'm not going to run. I'll be 82.
Right.
Like what? Like,
but now we're stuck with another 80-something-year-old as soon. So
literally, now it's like,
wait till he goes senile. You thought Biden was bad. This motherfucker can't even speak.
All those things we need to do, child care, elder care, making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with, look.
Listen, here's the time's coming up.
We finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President.
Fuck!
Did you know?
He looked up and saw the timer, so he knew time was coming. So he's like, I have to make a closing statement. Look.
We finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump.
I mean, and
he did beat Medicaid, beat it to death.
No, that's why people voted for him. I'm sorry,
it's
but
true.
like,
it's
Trump
true.
Trump says things that are like,
that was said, that was like, over.
It was like, we
over
finally
then.
beat Medicare. I looked over on the couch. I was sitting on the couch. I looked at Matt. I was like,
this is the best we got.
We were like, and we knew we're fucked. But that was in June, and we literally were like, yeah, Trump's going to win.
I had a little hope.
We knew Trump was going to win.
We did.
We were like, Trump's winning.
But then Kamala came around. Is that her name? I always think I'm saying it wrong now.
Right.
Okay, because I always think I'm saying it wrong.
Well, some people say it wrong.
Right, the Camellia.
Camellia.
That fucking Indian.
No, it's Kamala.
Actually gave me a little hope, and honestly, I like the way she speaks. But honestly, I don't know. The people have spoken, and I want to just honor that.
Resounding.
Let's honor them.
That's what I know, and I want to.
Go ahead,
that's why we're all like, "Let's go,
let's go, let's do it.
Let's see what happens." They're
Love
like,
it.
"We don't want the Department of Education." You know what? I have a cousin who I know voted for Trump, or at least her husband did, and they have an autistic son who has a lot of special needs that they get helped with through these grants and Department of Education.
Oh yeah,
it's like, what do you want to get rid of it?
Yeah, I mean that to me is like really.
You voted to get rid of it. Let's see what happens. I hope your son's schooling is still around.
Back to 2007.
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere like such as, and I believe that they should, our education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S. or should help South Africa and should help the Iraq and the Asian countries, so we will be able to build up our future for our children.
Thank you very much.
For our children. Our children.
That's going to be the Department of Education now. That's going to be the kids coming out. Like, can you just say something?
Do you want to know a funny side story, though? She's like actually like a crazy Trump person, of course, because where she's from. But she became like briefly suicidal after.
Oh, yeah. It was big time.
So then like there was a Republican congressional candidate, I think in South Carolina or somewhere in the country, who played that clip like in a commercial or like
said,
on
like,
stage.
do you want to go back to this?
Yeah. And she like called him out. And then other conservatives were like, yeah, don't make fun of her.
I found out Plain Lady's a Republican too, so I had to unfollow her.
Plain Lady.
Remember the one that was psycho, and she's like, "I motherfucker." Whatever. Remember that I loved her. What did she say?
The lizard people or something.
Yeah, she's like, "You are not right." What is? I don't remember. I don't care because I've blocked her out.
We did
because I'm not gonna. And also, let's just. I'm gonna do a PSA, and then we're moving on.
Yeah,
Seriously.
exactly.
The PSA for me, for you, and you can give a PSA for you. The PSA for me to our listeners is: this is democracy. This is what happens. The people have spoken. So look around you. Don't look at Trump. Look around you because those are the people that are voting. Right. And the way you can handle this is let's not be public about the fact that we're just unfollowing people. Let's just unfollow.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk about it. You don't have to do. I mean, if
no explanation,
because that just makes it. We don't want to show them that we're pissed. Like we need, and at the same time, I don't even know if I am pissed.
That's kind of where I'm
kind of in the middle of like, well, I guess if the people spoke, let's see what happens. I'm just and let's see what happens mode. I'm not mad. Like I'm mad, but I'm not like going to be like, oh fuck, I'm going to go storm the Capitol. It's like this is democracy. This is what it's about.
Literally.
So I guess we let dumb people run.
This has been America. That's how I feel. Is like people are like, oh my god, I can't believe it's so far. We're not going to be able to protest. When there were pro-Palestinian protesters on campus at OSU or Columbia, we were attacked by police. Right. Like you had police come in and arrest you. You can't fucking protest now.
Welcome to America.
So that's what it's like. All of these things are afraid of. I'm hearing a lot of people being like, I'm walking around and I just look around and I'm afraid. Like, you know, like does anyone? I guess we're not even people anymore. That's what Matt's been saying because he's like thinking about being gay, and it's like, okay, but wait. Like Sabrina's been walking around for over a year now watching her people be killed by American bombs and money, and she can't even get anyone to say anything. She like, oh yeah, I saw those pictures. That's horrible. It's complicated. Yeah, that's just a tragedy. It's like, no, it's a genocide that we're funding. So she's walking around trying to talk to people like, how could she connect? That's how she's felt for over a year. So we just have to like adjust our thinking on this. This is not a sudden big change.
No, it's really
not a change at all.
It's actually what's supposed to happen.
Under Biden in 4 years, we've had over 400 anti-trans laws passed in the states. That's under Biden. That's what's been happening. Whoa. It's already been bad. It's just the group you're in, you might have had privilege and not realized it.
Well, and also, this is also part of the...
It's been bad.
I don't really like it going back to the states, to be honest, because I'm sitting here thinking like, well, I don't really like the state of Ohio. Like, what am I doing then? Like, if you want to be... Like, if we're going to do states' rights, then let's just become... Why are we United States then? Like, if you're going to bump back federal laws that have been in place for fucking 60 years, like, bitch.
I know.
So anyway...
It's,
this is a time for you to get off your goddamn phone and start... talking to people.
Yeah, you have to make a community.
Do you know what I found out though? AOC, which I'm sure she's kind of an outsider, right?
Yeah.
Well, in her district, people voted for Trump and her.
Right. I saw that.
Did you see what and people said it's because you're outside of the establishment. People are done with the government.
Yeah, it's
like, honestly, this could be a chance for us all to kind of be hey, we don't like this motherfucker and we're going to really fight against
corporations and billionaires controlling.
That's all it is,
They still voted for Trump. It's like Elon Musk. When you go through the list, it's like...
you saw he made $65 billion.
In a day.
Yep.
In one day.
Because people are like, yeah, Tesla. It's like, oh, okay.
It's like, oh boy.
Wow, this is how you make this is how you get rich in America. Just be dumb.
Yeah.
And so no offense to our dumb listeners, but that's what I'm going to be starting to do.
Yeah.
And straight.
I just think it's a continuation of everything we've done. Like, I don't think Trump's an anomaly. I think he is the most American president we've ever had.
Yeah. Like, look around you.
We are a group of racist people. We're fine with genocide. Like, we're dumb. We like being dumb. No one thinks it's
we
good
like being
like European cities have these world-renowned universities. Everything was about the university, going to school, getting education. America's like, fuck that.
We're not going to have a department of education.
Homeschooled, and we're going to get rid of the department. Like, that's
no
America.
fluoride.
That's America. It's always been like that. We burn the witches at the stake. We're afraid of people having knowledge.
We're really I know.
America's not.
But when you read the Constitution, I don't feel like that's what they really thought it was supposed to be. Like,
it doesn't feel like that. But then you remember them as people.
It's the will of the people.
Then you remember that first presidents would rape their slaves and have
babies,
half-black
legitimate,
babies,
then would not be able to go to the
and
white
you're like,
school.
Those people wrote that document with all that pretty language and you know,
so just sit
life,
on it.
liberty, and the pursuit of. But they were not good people. And so that's what. But I think that's America.
What I almost wondered, at our core, are we just really bad people? Like. Period.
Yeah, no, I think America's been the most harmful nation in the world.
I can tell you that we're the most selfish nation in the world. We take,
set off more nuclear bombs and killed more people. Yeah,
like all we do is take.
We attack, make up reasons for wars. Yeah, America's been bad. So really, Trump just fits in line with that and continues the project. I mean,
but what I can see is let's get some real candidates in here that are not a part of the establishment, but like are smarter.
Yeah, we could.
Is that a word? Do you know what I'm saying? All right. So that's our government talk. I'm done with it. Like,
we're done.
We're like, don't get us wrong. Like, to me, I'm worried about like my rights and shit, but I'm also gonna just like fight it. Like, that's what you do.
Yeah,
this is democracy.
right.
Okay.
So I recently went to Aldi's.
Ew.
Don't worry, it's not sulfur. And yeah, that's how it felt. Like I
no
was
offense. I mean, it's fine, but
when we got a new one, it's like, okay, I'm gonna like give it a chance because I had always growing up, my mom would not shop there. She got bad meat from there one time and was like, I'm done. She
and
also
you have to
like
use a quarter. It's like weird.
A what? Oh yeah, for the fucking cart.
God.
Matt likes it because he goes and collects the quarters. Like he found a cart he was like, free quarter. I was like, oh my God, get me out of here.
And,
it's not worth
you're
pushing
worried about inflation. Like, girl, a quarter. What can you buy with a quarter?
What can you buy with
an Aldi shopping
You know
cart.
what you can buy? Like a York peppermint patty from a Mexican restaurant when you're checking out.
You
reach into that little thing
that
and you
used
put a
to be
quarter.
5 cents. Now they're 25.
It was a nickel when I was a kid. I'm not kidding. It was a quarter at El Vaquero recently.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Inflation.
So it's inflation.
It's
like no more peppermint patties. But yeah, I go into Aldi's. I'm looking around. I'm like, oh, organic produce. Like, okay, so we bought everything molded in like 2 days. It was like in the fridge too. We didn't leave it out on the counter. Like I think it's already bad when they're selling it, and that's why it's
like,
cheap.
They're like, you need
I
to
think
eat
they
this
collect
tonight.
it, and they're like, we gotta get
Actually,
rid of it. Yes.
I think you're true because I actually think people who buy the produce from there eat it the same day.
Yeah, so Aldi's is a no for me.
So you're gonna
for
say
most things.
There are some things you can get.
Like charcuterie would be easy because they had tons of cheap cheese.
Yeah,
which everyone loves cheap cheese.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm selling it anymore. I'm like,
no, I can't get into it. You know what I mean? Like you're not going to sell.
I told Matt, I said, there's going to be some brands I miss. Like, because we were like, could we shop just here?
Right.
And you could, but like, there's only 1 or 2 varieties of a chip. Like, there's just not a lot of
and
options.
It's like called like Aldi cubes.
And
it's like, what? Barbecue Aldi chips?
It's
like, I don't get
nasty.
it. It's like stuff that, but they're trying to still sound like it's Doritos, but it's not. It's like Unburritos, and you're like, I'm sorry.
There's so many things like that I was like, I looked at it and I'm like, wait, that looks just like, oh, it's not. Okay.
Yeah, it's like they just changed the name up a little bit. Like Crackers of Animal. It's like, oh, okay. All right.
Animal crackers in my soup. Okay.
Do you know that I can literally throw animal crackers in my mouth and let them melt, and I love it. Isn't that weird? I have a comment to make. I have a quote from somebody this week, and because I laughed my ass off, and then I was like, I'm going to write that down and say it. I'm just going to say it. I need to avoid all the people who have been inside me. And I was crying.
Why did you say that?
Because some guy was in there and he was like looking around. It's one of Michael's friends from Bear Happy Hour. I don't know why I can't think of his name right now, but
Bear Happy Hour in New York?
No, there's one here apparently.
Oh God. Okay.
That's why I'm like,
sorry.
I haven't been. Michael's been 6 times, I've been 0.
He would love it.
Well, it's a social environment.
But like,
it's on Wednesdays
but
when
I've
he has half
seen
day.
the Bears at AWOL like every other night. Like I don't think Happy Hour would be any different group of people.
This is just called
You know what I
Hour.
mean? It's just regular hour and it's the same people.
Yeah.
That's
so.
But he was like, to avoid people who've been inside you.
Just the way that he said it though was so
Why
goddamn
do you say
funny.
that?
Because he was like looking around, like watching his back, and I was like, "What's going on?" He's like, "I'm just trying to avoid the people that have been inside me." I'm like,
but how many of the people there would have been inside?
I don't know, but he did discuss he's been fisted, and I feel like we should talk to him maybe when we bring back guests. When we change the format. You want to think you thought we were gay before?
Wow.
We're bringing fisters in.
How long is that recent? I don't know. Oh, I just got like an feeling.
Why? I thought you wanted to fist somebody.
It felt gross.
Oh well, and it probably is for most people. I'm not going to kink shame, but do your thing, girl.
No, of course not.
Do your thing.
It's not gross. So.
Whoa, girl.
It's not.
It's not gross at all.
It's just, I have another story.
Okay, go.
So I was on a walk and I was looking at all the flowers and I thought, do you know what?
Sorry.
What was that?
It's not sulfur yet, but it's baked potato, babe.
Oh my God. Are you doing the chili baked potato thing again?
Yeah.
It's only 4 points or something.
Yeah, it's really not bad. It's still not bad.
It's actually not that many
It's really
points
not
because the baked
bad.
potato's 0, I think.
Well, it depends on what program you're on. Remember when they tried to tell you
the
pasta
very
was zero?
restrictive one. I loved that plan. I didn't lose any weight.
They're like zero
that
points.
fucking plan. They're like, yeah, it's all zero because it's whole grain. I'm like eating probably 1,200 calories of pasta.
I'd rather just have a little
and then a little sauce. I'm like, oh, it's only 3 points for the sauce, and I'm like, no, it was like 1,200 calories. I would eat so fucking much. After like a month, I was like, I'm not losing any weight. In fact, I gained.
Here's the thing: if it wasn't for semaglutide, I don't think I'd ever lose weight.
No, because
it's just
those
a trap.
Weight Watchers is a
so
trap.
Hard.
It's
it
a trap.
So fucking hard.
They're like, here's 28 points. Ice cream's free. It's like, guess what? You're gonna eat ice cream.
But yeah,
like it's free. I forgot about fucking Weight Watchers.
I brought it up.
But anyways, so I'm on a walk and I'm like looking around. I don't know what the birds and the bees means. That phrase, like, what is the bird and what is the bee? Is the bee the man or the woman? Is the bird the man or the woman? The bird lays eggs, so it has to be the woman.
Right, and the bee.
But birds and bees don't get together.
The birds and the bees, to me, and the way that I interpret it, is that...
Did you actually get a speech with this? Like, with the birds and the bees?
I didn't get it.
I want to know what's passed down to family. Like
I didn't
fathers to son, fathers to son.
Well, you want to know about my talk?
Mother to daughter?
My talk was not, you don't know about the birds and the bees. It was like, do you know what sex is? And I was like, you lay naked on a couch. He's like, no.
You lay an egg and get on a couch?
Lay naked on the couch. I thought that's how you had sex. And rub your bodies around.
Did you see people do that?
No.
I wonder why you thought that.
But Ashley, so what happened was Hosewater Girl and her brother were doing this little thing in a tube. They're like shimmy, and they were shimmy. They're like humping each other, but it was like playful fun.
Right, you're just
they were. So, I mean, eight. Like I was like 10, like whatever. And I came up. I was underwater, and I was like, what the fuck? And I came up and I said, you guys look like you're having sex. Well, lo and behold, those little fuckers told their mom. And so then they told my dad, and my dad had to go walk me in the. I'll never forget it. It was so awkward. Yes. He had to walk me in the backyard. And I remember he had his arm around me. He's like, "So what do you know about sex?" I'm like, "Oh no, oh no."
That feels like I'm gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, no, and it was a very kind moment. It wasn't like I was scared or anything, but it's just awkward for everyone. Like, so just so you know, the thing that's between your legs that you pee with, will now start getting hard and shoving into a vagina.
Yeah,
get ready for sex ed. It's like
horrifying.
And then all of a sudden they're showing
it was a bad
chlamydia
time.
in 8th grade, and I'm like, I've never even seen a dick in my.
That's all they told us about. They were just like STD. Sex means you're getting an STD. It's like, meanwhile, I've never had one in my entire life.
But can I admit something, or maybe?
Yeah.
As a gay though, were you like secretly?
Oh yeah, I was ready.
You wanted to see the dick though.
Oh yeah, I was like, go ahead and show me that pubic hair.
Yeah,
like I'll look at anything. Oh, even infected ones. I thought you meant in the video.
No, I'm talking like you would go to like puberty class. And they're like, this is gonorrhea. I'm like, well, at least like there's a dick.
I still wanted to see the dick.
You still wanted to see. You wanted to know.
Even the infected ones, but I was more excited for like the reenactment videos where they show you like, and this will change, and that will change, and this part will grow, and this.
And
part,
they're like,
and I was always like.
And then all the girls got tampons, and we got.
No, the girls were taken to a separate area, and just given tampons. They weren't told anything about sex. They were just told about periods.
And they're like,
they didn't learn about
genitalia.
I asked them, I was like, what did you guys, did you talk about condoms or anything? Like, because we didn't. And girls were like, no, they just gave us tampons. And they like laughed because they already knew everything else. Because obviously, like they'd learned from their moms or someone.
Just wait till Trump's America. There will be no. Actually, they will like probably show you how to do sex. Like, we need babies. So at 14, it's required.
There could be some things that could be good out of it.
Sorry.
Because we could be like,
let's repopulate.
We have to assist, or like,
we got to populate.
We have to teach the other men how to have sex.
It's just
so then you could train the straight boys and watch.
What do you
them.
think the Romans did, girl? Let's go back to Roman times. Let's make America Roman.
Roman time. Make America Roman again.
Make America Rome.
I mean. Honestly,
like let's go to the bathhouse.
The excess, the bathhouses were so
je ne sais quoi,
honey, I'm going to the bathhouse with the boys.
Very dramatic,
and it's like fine,
honey.
And then you just go and you're like,
yeah, you just jerk off all day and you go home and you're
because
like, hey.
swallowing another man's seed was absorbing.
And then the women just go to
strength.
work and they just do the shit in the kitchen. They feed you and then you don't have to fuck them because you're only fucking them for babies. Other than that, you're jerking off with your buds.
And as long as you've had a couple sons, you're good. So you can jerk off with your buds.
Keep jerking off with your buds.
So that does sound fun. Now, speaking of things like naughty like that, I do have something I have to tell you about.
We didn't answer it though.
Answer what?
Birds and the bees.
Yeah, no, I don't think we need to.
But I'm like, my interpretation of the actual like bird and the bee situation is a bee has a stinger.
Oh.
And a bird lays eggs. So like if a bird were to fuck a bee.
So
was
if a bee stung
a
an
bird,
egg, if a bee stung an egg,
it's kind of like just saying like
it's not real.
It's not real.
It's an
really
awful thing. That's why I'm
actually,
saying
I really want to like.
It should be like the flower in the bee. Like the bee is the pollinator, the male, so it brings the seed.
Remember, this is America.
That's why I'm like,
right. I guarantee this wasn't
probably
an English thing. This was America. Like the birds and the bees, buddy. It was like probably the 60s. It was probably terrible.
So it was like when the
like Brady Bunch times.
When the birds and the bees are active in the spring, that's when all the babies are born, like the mammals' babies. So maybe
fucking
that's
like rabbits.
So it's like about springtime.
Yeah, like awakening, a newborn.
I just think it's a dumb thing because not because I don't know about it, because I think it's dumb. Okay. Now, I was at a urinal the other day, like 3 or 4 days ago. And there was a guy to my left struggling to get his pants. Like, damn it, blah, blah, blah. I was like, ha, ha. You know, I'm like,
like you're not trying to pay too much attention.
Right. But I'm like, he's struggling and he wants me to know, sorry, he's struggling or something like that. And I'm like, okay, cool. Get your dick out. This is like a moment. I felt this just now.
Oh my God.
Like, so in undergrad, we would do this game that you've probably done, Edward 40 Hands.
Oh,
and when,
my God.
And at least like 2 of my friends needed help getting their fly down so they can pee. And so the one, Jordan,
did you get to help him?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I did.
Jordan always like got a little like jokey, like, I can't let you do it, right? But then would let me do it.
Right.
And then, hey, turn around, you know, blah, blah, blah. Look.
Stop looking at my cock.
While he's standing there like this with his.
Right. Fully showing.
And I'm literally like.
Oh my God.
I remembered that at that moment. So I'm standing at that urinal. I'm like,
need help?
Oh, fuck. I was like,
was he a good-looking person? Was he?
Yeah, he was fine. I'm like, I'm gonna have to go over there and help him get it out. Is what I was like.
Been so
I
hot,
almost
though.
offered. I almost offered.
Need some help, bud? You could have said it like straight. Kind of like, you need some help over there.
Need some
so
help.
straight with this.
Do you need some help, Sonny?
I do like the nails. I do like the nails.
Do you like the fall nail?
It's fall. It's
I said I
autumn.
need fall, so it's like a leaf.
Yeah, I like it. I really like it a lot. It's not too like. It's been really. It's like a
abstract.
It's changed for you.
This
right
is
now.
a simple change, like
simple.
a calm.
Yeah. When are we going to keep painting our
Plain
nails
old chrome
in the Trump era?
Oh yeah,
Good.
Now more than ever.
Maybe you should just paint them.
That's what Matt said. He's like worried about. He's like, I'm worried about putting out the flag. I was like, Matt, we're putting out the fucking flag. Let them kill us. Like,
honestly,
I don't care. I'm ready to go.
We're kind of over it anyway.
I'm ready to go.
Put
I've
me in
had
a camp.
fun. Literally put me in a camp.
My mom goes, "You'd like to go to a gay camp."
We kind of would. We like it would be a
if they
nudist
let
camp
us-
within a day. We'd be
well-
like clothing optional.
Come swim in the creek. It's like,
Clothing optional. We're all going into the oven tomorrow anyways. So just take those clothes off, boys. Get that cock
honestly, I
out.
almost wish they would just like
We would
deport
love
us.
it.
Like,
Like fucking deport us. Send me to
bring us
Aruba.
like they just all put us in
Okay, we'll
California or all put us in. They're like, okay, and they're like, bye. We don't want you in our. Okay,
That's fine. We generate all the income for the country.
You understand?
Do you understand if the gays,
you understand if
the gays left all these red states, they'd be done.
Do you know if anybody who votes blue? I mean, no offense,
Right.
but
It's like,
and I'm not trying to say that there aren't smart Republicans out there, but the majority of people who are voting blue are the ones that are running this country.
Right.
You know that
they're
California
like,
is
look
like
all the,
the
red. I'm like, right. So all the cities where all the money is made are in the blue.
I love how they don't. They're like, we want to get rid of fuck
Yeah.
California. I'm like, you take California out and you're poor.
Yeah.
Because they're the 10th largest economy in the world.
Right.
So a state in the United States, which is a part of that. So, okay, take them away. Let's see what happens. Such as maps.
So we're done with that though, because we have tons more to cover.
I have stuff to cover too, bitch.
Keep going, because I have more. I have some embarrassing stuff.
Oh, I have a question.
Yeah.
What's a chudai?
That is such a good question because I see it all the time. But normally it's the video where I click and it goes to a link like a separate, and I hate it, so I don't ever click it.
I just always see like it's always like a random
Chudai.
chudai. It's like a big dick. Like what? Should we Google it?
No, it's always like something porn-ish. But I
it's
don't
always
know.
like I think it might be, and I always see a banana.
But it's
I
not
feel
always
like.
it's usually it does seem Asian in a way.
Okay, what's the deal with chudai? Chudai. Chudai means sex in Hindi. The tags are for reaching Indian users.
Oh, because it is always, that's what I'm saying. It seems Asian or Indian, maybe Southeast Asian.
Oh, I thought it meant something else. Well,
but what is it? Why do they type it? It means porn, or what do you say it meant?
Answer, like other
It
users
means
said,
sex?
chudai means having sex in Hindi.
Oh, Hindi.
In Indiana.
In Indy. Gary, Indiana.
Cool.
Cool. We learned about Hindi sex.
I just always thought it was like something like, oh, he's got a big dick. That's what that means. And I wrote that down. I was like, I don't know what a chudai is. A chudai?
Chudai.
Chudai. Hooday.
I kind of like that. So do you want to know something shameful I learned recently?
Oh, no.
I felt like so gross, actually. So throughout our marriage, Matt has always showered after me. Always second. And I always thought it was because he wanted more time to scroll on his phone without me, or like I didn't know why he needed a break before he showered. So like if we like went on a walk,
like,
we had our day
or whatever,
and then we eat dinner, and then we're like, because we're hungry right away, so we don't shower first and eat. So we eat. Then I'm like, okay, are you gonna shower? And he'll be like, you go. And so I always have showered first. And it's weird. I try to figure it out. I'm like, I can't figure it out. Well, I figured it out a couple weeks ago.
Masturbation.
Because I asked him, I was like, why don't you go shower? I'm still cooking. So while I'm cooking, I haven't even eaten yet. You're done eating. Why don't you just go shower first? And then he said, fine, but... And I was like, what? He showers after me because he wants to be able to rinse the hairs out of the bathtub and the shower. Like, I like leave hair apparently. Like more than like one piece, I think.
I'm not actually a fan.
Like from my chest, probably this
you
black,
have a very hairy chest.
So like one or two of these might land. I don't have any hair on my head, so it has to be my body hair.
So he doesn't want
my
you to be
massive pubes.
He doesn't want you to.
So, but if he's worried if I shower second, that like that hair will stick to the wall or the curtain or like wherever I'm in the shower.
This is unfucking hinged.
I was like, are you? I looked at him. I was like, wow.
I almost think I'd be like, are you joking?
So I was like, okay.
Well,
so my nasty black hair.
So if it bothers
actually
you.
does sound kind of gross when I talk about it, but
well, humans are gross.
We don't really.
Gross.
I don't really want hair on. So I'm like fine because I don't really want the hair there either.
I just think
but I
it's
felt so nasty. I was like,
interesting.
great. Okay, I'll go shower first every time. I have to shower first now because now I know. Now I know why. I'm like, I have to do it.
Fucking interesting.
Yeah, I'm gross. So
wow,
that's my fucking life.
Now I want to talk about the last time we were together, because the last time we were together, we went to a brewery. And
wow, yeah.
You forgot about all this, but this was 2 weeks ago. But guess what? We're going to talk about it. So we were out and about having a day, and we were getting a little tipsy, if you will. And by the way, tequila really is my new drink.
Yeah.
Getting a little tipsy. So
we Paloma.
So we found out there's this thing called Don't Tell Comedy,
which is so good.
And it was like really interesting. So we first of all, we were at a brewery that overlooks a climbing wall situation.
That was weird.
The middle of in the back of a park.
Like,
in the back
we're
of
like my Uber driver didn't even know where to go. My Uber driver was like,
so panicked.
Man, are we in a park? I was like, yeah, we're in a park.
It's over there. You see that big building?
That big building.
Yep. So we're looking, they keep turning off the lights and turning them on. I'm like, what's going on? So we look out and we see a sign that says Don't Tell Comedy. So I Google it. We're like, oh my God, it's in 30 minutes. Let's go. So we buy tickets. We then decide, after we were flirting with the straight guy for about a fucking hour.
Oh, he's so cute.
In like a
hot way.
In a hot straight way.
And he gave us free koozies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got a 6-pack and because it's bring your own beer, and we went over. Sat down and
wish we had baked goods.
I did have
we did have a
the
baked
problem
good.
is that I had a baked good. By that I mean I was baked and he had a baked good, literally.
It was a brookie or something. Like
that was on a
brownie.
My edible hit, I remember mid-show, and I was like...
You were like falling for it.
Listen, Jim goes away. He goes to the bathroom.
I went to the bathroom, and then all of a sudden I come back and you were like this.
The girl was talking to me, and I couldn't really hear it, and she was like, yeah, it's taking forever. And I was like, yeah, I know. And I leaned forward, and my whole body started going forward with the chair.
And I was standing like... Oh, and I said, like, what's going on? And you were just
and I was like, oh, he's back. And I played it off like nothing. I'm like, ugh. So that happens. We are in this crowd of people that was so
boring.
Fucking awkward and boring.
They didn't participate. No one was like, yeah. Like
everybody was like judging. It was like resting bitch
If the
face.
comedian asked a question, like no one was answering, And then they'd point at someone and then maybe someone would be like, oh, I mean, I work for...
right.
And then they're like... We were the only people having fun.
Laughing.
I was crying laughing. The whole fucking thing.
You actually
they
said
were
something
hilarious.
at the end when you were a little bit tipsy.
I do.
You said, what did you say? You go...
It's like,
yeah, you said something.
No, I was like, tell me how that would go or something like that.
Something weird. And he goes, what? And I'm like... Don't look at me.
You were like,
him.
yeah, you're
like, it's him. I don't fucking know. And he laughed it off. And then
he loved it. And then we talked to him.
Then we talked to the comedians. Yeah. One was a bisexual that is friends with my cousin, which go figure.
How? Of course.
And it's the same family too. That family is just full of
queers,
celebrities.
That's true.
Like they just know people. So anyway, we did that, and I thought it was really fun.
That was so fun.
And then we went to AWOL. where we decided it was jock night, where we became complete whores.
Yeah.
By that I mean,
no, it was pretty.
We were like stripping our.
Let's unbuckle our pants.
You know what I feel like?
I have
at
a
one
memory
point,
of one.
Can
we have a? Where are our dicks out? I feel like we got them.
I don't know if our dicks were out, but I feel like we were like
had a
sword
dream
fighting
that they
our
were out.
dicks.
Yeah,
that's what I just
why
thought of. Like,
that's what I thought. I thought we were standing in a circle.
Like we were like,
and we were like,
we were just
with underwear on though. I think.
Right, yeah.
So we were like sword. Okay.
Yeah, it was like
Now
we
it
were kind of
makes
like,
sense.
and then people behind us, and I had my ass out, like covering that hole.
All of a sudden, you turned around, and I was like,
oh yeah, I had the ass out. I had the
just
shirt
like,
off. I was like, oh fuck. So and then we both died the next day.
oh yeah, I had to get it.
Literally.
It was bad.
Tell us what you did.
I had to go get IV therapy.
And how did that go? Because honestly,
I had a massive bruise. Look, it's still there.
Do you always bruise easily like that?
I do bruise easily. I've always been worried about my blood
for your
counts.
needle use. So that's why you couldn't be a heroin junkie.
I could never be. Oh, my arm would be black.
It would be like,
it'd be like, do you have any heroin, man?
Hey. Too bad I love Percocet, which is basically the same thing.
You're a
Anyway.
drug addict, so I got my IV fluids.
You got an IV.
I got Toradol. I got Pepsid. I got Zofran. These are medications.
Zofran.
It was like, boom. I was like, I feel better.
Isn't it?
I didn't think it was
really?
real. Oh, I felt better. I didn't think it would be real. I was like, it probably won't feel any
Stop
different.
it.
When I was done, I stood up. I was like,
can you go before the bar?
I'm ready to go. Yeah.
Like, you can do a pre.
I was like, I'm ready to go eat because I couldn't eat. I couldn't even drink fluids.
Stop. This is bullshit.
I was throwing up
Do you
water.
really think this is
like
real?
I would sip water and then throw up. So I'm like, and then afterwards I went and got food after the IV fluids. I felt so much better.
Where was this at, in Grandview?
Yeah, in Grandview on 5th.
So I need to go.
You can
next
come because I have a
time.
membership.
How much?
Yeah.
Okay, we got to talk about your needle usage lately. I mean, speaking of needles, like in your face and your arms,
In my
like-
hole, so I can finally bottom again.
Oh, are you getting injections in
No,
your hole?
I'm kidding.
Oh,
God, fuck
speaking
that.
of,
I'm not doing what?
I think I'm old. Obviously,
Yeah, but you're not. You're a newfound bottom.
well, I'm hot. Well,
Right.
I already lost that vibe. The problem is I lost the vibe because I'm not on vacation, so
Exactly,
nothing is
literally.
really great until you're away
Same
from
with
your
me.
goddamn responsibilities.
I have had no interest.
I can't loosen up.
Yesterday, yeah. Sabrina asked about that. She was like, "So you're not like dating or doing it?" I was like, "No, I'm not even interested."
No, we're in a
I'm in a phase. I'm in a phase where I'm not. I don't
I'm
care.
in a phase where I don't really care.
Yeah.
I go in these waves where I'm like,
Same.
oh, I'm so
I'm on a
horny,
wave
blah, blah,
down
blah.
here right now.
Oh, I'm way down too.
But like, yeah, like before the trip, and then going to PV was
What
like,
is it? Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
it's sad. We're on
It
a,
really is sad, and it was like such a. I really.
but I've been in a. Yeah, we've been in a crest or what? A crevice.
crevice.
What's the?
We've been
how
in
does a wave work? There's a crest. There's a
Crescendo.
valley. The valley. But
We're
yeah.
in that bottom pit that nobody wants to go to. That's where we're
bottomless
at.
Pit of despair where we don't have any sexual feelings at all.
And don't worry, it's not going to get any better because when I leave
old.
work, it's dark.
It's
and when I go to work,
literally-
it's dark. And I work in an office with no window.
I can't believe you can't even see outside.
So
That's
I literally,
so bad.
I kind of
That's
actually
depressing.
No, I actually need the light. I think because I'm not getting any
Yeah.
vitamin D, except for the D, honey.
Yeah, right.
Speaking of,
I was like,
that vitamin D, like I mean, no, I'm not getting any fucking vitamin D.
I'm bouncing.
No.
Now, I do have some other things.
I do too. So you just keep moving.
Okay.
Oh, and we have a voicemail too.
I wrote this down. The baseball player I jerked off with was on Accutane.
I think we talked about this together.
Do you remember this?
Yeah, and because we saw somebody in the crowd that were like, and there's nothing wrong with being on Accutane.
Yeah.
Let's just say this: it saved a lot of people's lives and skin.
I think it's like very dangerous or something.
It's very my mom
Yeah.
used to be on it actually when she had adult acne at 30, and I remember they used to have it like it was like a liquid.
No, it's like I think it's very bad. Like especially
No,
if
it
you get
used to be like
pregnant,
she used to put it on her
because
face.
it like would kill the baby
Right.
in a weird way.
Well, looks like we're gonna have to. That's the new way.
Is that you? Was she on it while you were in her?
Did you hear my breath? I go,
Yeah, you're. I was like, is this a horror movie? And then I looked up and I saw those fucking candles. I was like, Satan is in the room, and I felt a cold chill too. I feel a cool chill. Do you feel a cool chill?
Probably come from here.
Right.
A little chilly. A little.
So yeah, so I remember that.
No, but we can use Accutane as like a birth control.
Right.
That's when it gets bad in the
that's where
dark
we're
times.
going.
Yeah, that's where we're going. But wait, my mom used to be on it, and she had like I remember she had a little bottle, and it had like a skull on it.
Okay.
Like poison.
Yeah, you're right. Like literally, it's like terrifying.
Literal poison. I'm like,
that's why I'm
why
like,
is this in our house? Especially
I'm like,
with,
is acne bad or is that bad? Like,
and so
both
though,
can be bad,
their
to be
faces
honest.
are usually really swollen and red.
Right.
It's really kind of. It's almost like. It looks
Did
like
it help?
hurts.
It's like
it looks like it hurts.
Yeah.
Period.
Now, this I wrote, my inner fat kid moment.
Oh.
You know how we have...
Let's do it.
We have... Okay. So what is your item that... I think I know yours. I think it's a big bowl of ice cream.
Okay.
But like where you have a moment where you're like, oh, I'm fat. Like I'm so fucking fat right now.
Like in a positive or negative way, like kind of like
No, in a neutral way. But
or do you
like,
not
this
give
is
a fuck?
This is
You're like
this was like I was eating something. And I was like, this is my fat kid moment.
we know you know
Romeo's stuffed crust pizza. Any type of stuffed crust pizza.
Crust period.
Stuffed crust period. Because you're like, I don't need it because there's already cheese on the pizza. But like when you get to that crust
But why
part
does it
and you can
taste
dunk
different?
it, you can dip it. Yeah, it's better cheese.
Like why aren't they putting that cheese on the
this
fucking?
cheese filling? Yeah,
why is it
it's
not on the pizza?
So much better. Because I'm dipping it in Capone sauce, that spicy sauce.
Oh God.
Now yeah, you just went, oh God.
Wait,
like
so
sex,
have I ever
God.
told you my my ex fat move?
What?
About when I go to the drive through and I pick up McDonald's for people?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna go to McDonald's. I'll pick up, and I would go and I would get. Actually, at one point I was eating.
Do you get your rewards?
Oh no,
Because you get the rewards if you buy
no.
it.
I would order. Oh, I'm just gonna get a Big Mac meal, and can I have a double cheeseburger? And I would fucking down the double cheeseburger on the way home. So
Yes.
that. Did I tell? I feel like I've talked about this before.
I didn't know that.
So I used to like go and I'd be like, oh, the double cheeseburger.
Oh my
And
God.
I think, that's a point.
I've done this before too.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I'm like, I know I've been like,
It's a real
when I get
thing.
greedy.
You get
and I'm
greedy.
like, I've done it where I'm like, well, if they're paying. And then
Yeah, I'm like-
I've literally done that with like nuggets or something.
And nobody knows that you had that
Yeah.
extra amount, so you can't feel shamed. You're like, fuck it. And then they find the wrapper later and they're like, what's this? I'm like, I don't know.
That's a fucking fat kid
Isn't that
moment.
crazy?
I remember like taking it out to the like trash can in the garage to throw it away so they wouldn't see it in the if I ever brought if I brought something home.
It was like contraband.
And I'm like, why did I eat this extra meal? Or like what I would like go into
Did
the garage.
you eat an extra burger? No.
Yeah, and like put it deep
Me?
in the trash.
And throw that receipt. You don't need to know how much it costs. It's just more expensive now.
Wow.
I just had
that
a
is a
moment-
fat kid moment.
I had a moment.
But what's your most recent fat kid moment?
Oh, it's definitely ice cream. Like,
is it like you'll get a big bowl of ice cream and just sit on the couch and it's like gone and you're like in bliss?
my
the whole
favorite
time,
thing right now, well,
right?
chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream.
Oh,
Actually, here's what I've been really doing. It's really
that sounds
bad.
good. Okay.
This is probably why I'm not gaining or losing. And I'm sick all the time. I will get vanilla ice cream and I'll load it up. Okay, put it all. I mean, a lot. I'm not like
Bacon,
gonna load-
chives, sour cream.
No, vanilla ice cream.
Okay.
Then I've been buying edible cookie dough and making my own cookie dough ice cream. So of course it's not little chunks.
So of course it's a giant fucking chunk of cookie dough.
Yep.
Each bite is a cookie.
Not done yet. Then I'm like, well, I need something crunchy. What do? I put cornflakes on my ice cream. Guess what?
Oh, that's smart.
Oh, it's so good. Guess what else though? I'm not done. I need peanut butter. So let me scoop it. And sometimes you want to talk about getting greedy. I do like a big giant glop and I'm like, this is more than the ice cream. Like, I mean, it's. Then if I'm really feeling spicy, you put a little Hershey syrup on top.
This is already over 1,000 calories. Like I just can't even.
Horrifying.
Like 1,500 calories probably.
Horrifying.
Because if you do like 2-3 scoops of ice cream.
Oh, and I don't fuck
and
around
then
with ice
peanut
cream.
butter's 220 for 2 tablespoons, and then cookie dough itself is at least
160
So we
per-
have added
yeah.
up. Like we're probably at 1,000 plus.
Yeah. I'm like a Ben and Jerry's Supreme.
Oh,
but this is also my idea
that
for my.
sounds so good though.
But I feel like
The
it's
peanut
my
butter plus
my
the
high
cookie
bar.
dough.
Like when they allow us to have like high bar, like
Yeah.
I need to have a bar that's like for high people, but then
That's
you get the ice cream. Like, oh, you want the high supreme, whatever, and then they
wow.
Yeah.
Wait, where's that from?
I don't know. I just made it
At
up.
like a bar?
Yeah, like pretend like it's a like
Yeah,
say we.
This is a good idea.
We open. I'll open up like a weed lounge or something.
Right, and then they're like,
And then
"What do you want?" And they got
the menu
ice
has
cream.
like
they got.
the ice cream with the cornflakes and it has all these things, and I'm trying to get all the stuff that I do.
I like that.
Yeah, because when I'm
That's
high,
smart.
anything
I think you're
goes.
a genius.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Anything goes when I'm high. Like I'll do gummy worms and popcorn at the same time. That's really a good mix.
That is a good. Okay.
I'm telling you. Let me make sure
I have some more.
Okay, I'm fucking down. I'm down. Oh my god, I have something. Do you know how Arby's got its name?
RB roast beef.
Oh, you already knew this.
No, I didn't. I just said it. RB.
Bitch.
Well, I had to guess something.
Well, that was the right answer. Instead of calling it RB, like the letter R and the letter B, they spelled it out.
I didn't know that though until you just asked me. I really didn't.
That's your fun fact of the day.
That's weird.
I know.
That's like the arrow in FedEx. It makes you like, the arrow.
Yeah. No.
Do you not know?
Say it again.
Once you see it, you can't unsee it.
I think my edible's really hitting right now, so I need you to.
Yeah, I'm trying to help.
I'm like, I can't speak English anymore. Like, it's pretty much, I'm done.
I fucking know.
Where's my ice cream?
Literally, that's why I just thought. I was like, I kind of want.
Too bad I'm gonna throw up right now. I can't eat.
You can't eat.
I gotta lose weight.
The arrow right there, in between the E and the X. Yeah, it's always been there.
Stop. People do that on purpose.
Oh no, that's real.
But
no, it is. Oh yeah, subtle.
But you don't realize you're seeing it ever. But then when you know, and you can't.
You're
unsee
like,
it.
they're going forward.
I say mom all the time.
They're delivering.
I cannot fucking believe that.
Yeah,
I've never seen that before.
The arrow.
Yeah,
isn't that weird? They're coming forward. They're going to take it to there. They're going.
They're moving places,
and they are.
And
God bless FedEx. Which I prefer UPS.
Yeah,
no
same.
Offense.
Like
the men in the brown, like they're. Oh my God,
FedEx
Marquise is our hot UPS driver. Penny loves him. We are obsessed with him. I actually snapped a picture of him once, like in a weird that, way, yeah. In a creepy way, and I posted it on Instagram, and like the responses I was getting, people were like, "Who the fuck is that?"
Well, you've seen people like, yeah.
So UPS all the way.
UPS,
Marquise. And by the way, shout out to Marquise.
You make a shit ton of money.
Yeah,
that's a really.
It's a good.
And you have pension.
And you have a union.
They do they do all that fun stuff. Because I know people who he was a UPS driver and they're living rich, like not doing anything.
No, it's 6 figures. Yeah.
Oh, for sure, 6 figures. I mean, anything
minimum.
UPS. I had an opportunity to work at UPS and I said no.
Yeah, because once you're in there,
you have to start at the bottom. You literally have to start.
You do have to start doing the trucks.
And you have to learn, if you don't lift correctly, you will never move to the next position.
That's true.
Isn't that crazy though? Like, they make you go through the whole process. Even if you're like a really smart person, they're like, well, you're going to go ahead and start loading trucks right now. You're going to see what it's like.
And do it the right way. Yeah, because
how are you going to manage somebody and you've never done it too? That's the other thing that I would like to make a comment about.
Yeah. Isn't that a good.
That's a shout out to all.
That's like a great sundry.
Is it? Is it?
Okay. Now, I'm going to help us here.
Help us out.
Okay.
Help us out, Jack, I must say.
Oh, this is a little aside, and then we got to get to a meaty topic, but...
Oh, I love a meaty talk.
Did you know that manwich is just the sauce? Do you know what manwich is?
Yeah, so it's
There's
like
no beef
sloppy
in there.
Joe.
Yeah.
So you just pour it on the ground beef.
I thought it was a full can of sloppy Joe,
what's kind of weird?
and you could pour it, and it's like a sandwich. You put right on the bun.
So did I.
It's only a sauce. You have to add meat to manwich. Because Matt bought manwich, and I was like, oh, you could make sloppy joes. He's like, I don't have any ground beef. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
You have a can right here, you
and
dumbass.
I was like,
and he's like, no.
He's like, it's just a sauce. I was like, what?
Wow. I mean, because now I will say this actually brings up our caller. Her mom used to make the best sloppy joes. Do you want to listen to the voicemail?
Yeah.
Are we too late for it? Or is it?
No.
We're going to give them what they want.
The people miss us.
They miss us so bad. Oh, shout out to the people that write me on Instagram and tell me that they enjoy things. Like I put out an episode last week of the Founding Fathers and I did a whole AI situation. You probably have not even heard it or thought about it.
No.
But it is an entire, I pretended like the Founding Fathers were writing letters back to the current people. And it's like, when I started this, you should listen. It's so good.
I love it.
So somebody wrote me though.
That's so funny.
And he was like, I really appreciate that. I was like, oh my God. I was like throwing a fucking dart in the dark. Is that what they say?
Yeah.
I don't know. Chuda.
It was a shot in the dark.
It was a shot in the dark. I was like,
shoot
I was being creative. I was trying to be respectful.
Yeah.
I was trying to be just factual and because I was talking about democracy and I was like, it was actually really good because AI. I gave AI some of their old speeches. So like it was like Thomas Jefferson. I gave speeches and I said, okay, now that you know his style, I want you to act as Thomas Jefferson in the future, writing us, telling us as if he's been watching us.
Okay,
like God. Anyway, back to sloppy joes. Do you hear how dry my mouth is right now?
Just sloppy joes.
Hold on, I gotta get this Google Voice up, honey. This is it's really
it's bad. Should we take a little?
No,
I just need a snack. I think I'm shaky.
You're good. We're almost done.
Now you're good.
Hey, Bobby and Jim, it's Diane. So I'm feeling a little nostalgia with a not so happy birthday coming up in a couple weeks.
Okay.
I was around, some tweens a couple weekends ago, and I was trying to explain to them how, like, our generation invented texting, because we did, okay?
We did.
Yep.
And saying, how the pager, the numbers, corresponded.
Oh,
with
Diane,
letters,
I know you
had
used to be
write it
obsessed
down,
with your
trying to see
pager.
what they were, trying to text you or page you.
You'd have codes.
And also, too, like music, right? It was cassette tapes. And then it was cassette tapes that you can record music off the radio, right? So your jam was
That's
on,
cool.
you go over there, you hit record, it would record on it.
Oh.
Then it was CDs.
Oh, yeah.
Then it was
I loved burning CDs and LimeWire and all that.
Napster, and, hope you didn't get caught.
Yep.
Then it was
Napster, girl. We're going down nostalgia road.
I was like
I guess
7th,
we
8th
have
grade, I
now,
think.
And
I love
like
Napster.
kids, like they have it so easy. Like all the things that we had
It's
to
true.
go through. Like
That's probably what's wrong with them.
CDs and then the MP3s. I just want to talk about all things nostalgia from
You go, girl.
us growing up, Bobby. Hope y'all have a good day. Love you. Bye.
Aw, I like that.
I did too, because actually I don't think we've ever we do talk about the past, but like nostalgic stuff, kind of like, so I remember people with pagers. I wasn't allowed to have a pager, shocker. And so I remember, though, Diane specifically would text each other through the pager. So everything was like codes, like 1 2 1 or 1 3 4 1 3 or wait 1 4 3 1 4 3 was like I love you.
I almost heard like a whistling sound.
I know. Right now, it's not good.
It's like,
we've got to get through this. It's not good. You're like, I want a snack.
It was
I'm I'm not going to make
click,
it.
Clack, click, clack.
It's very.
1 2 3 4
1 4 3. I love you. That was like the code.
Oh yeah. I like that.
That's how texting, I feel like,
started. T9.
I feel like
I was like,
I need to wet my whistle. So
literally, that's how I feel. I'm like, girl,
that dry mouth girl, little girl. So yeah, nostalgia, and honestly, I didn't think about it, but the kids do have it fucking easy.
No,
they don't do anything.
I know
we had to wait by the radio.
Do you know, to make a playlist would take me 20 minutes because I had to take all the MP3s, put them in order, and then you have to like play them because I didn't title them. So I was like, what one is this? Oh, I want that number 4. And then I'm like, let me write you had to type the title in after you moved the file. It was a mess. And then you like had to connect your iPod by cord. It's not, nothing was cloud. There was no cloud.
Yeah, there's no like Bluetooth.
Not really. No
really.
Bluetooth. So then you're connecting,
plug it into
it's so embarrassing.
remember the
and
tape?
waiting for them to load over.
Do you remember taking your CD player? I had a CD player in my car that was a tape player. Like
you put the cassette in
How does
to
that
play
work?
the CD.
Yeah,
I don't fucking know.
The fuck is
I
that?
know, that was the weirdest thing to me. I was like, so it
just transferred to the
from
tape?
the fucking CD player. And remember, it had to have like the bounce protector.
Oh yeah, it was like
because you're in a car.
60-second skip.
Yeah, 60
protection.
second skip protection.
It never skipped.
My dad was like, I got the 5-minute skip protection for Christmas one year. It was like a big deal.
So
they have better skip protection.
They better have it. Oh my god, you don't have skip protection?
That's like, wow. How times it, and now it's like literally just on their Spotify,
now
Apple Music.
3,
click it. You just type it in. There's the song.
At 3,
you can have AI make you a playlist in 0 seconds.
Make music
with AI, as you just did.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not always the best. Crickets.
Slutty little mouth.
But yeah, so nostalgia.
No, I mean,
yeah,
I think we covered it. Like, listen,
I have
the kids these days need to get it together.
No, it's true.
They have no riz. Is that the word?
What is that?
I don't know. I think it's a word. A riff.
Okay, I like riff. Okay.
There's a word the kids are saying.
Here's a little thing I wrote about something I've been trying to watch season 3 of because I just forgot to watch it when it came out. The Bear. I said, like, is all of this just trauma porn jerk off? Suicide. Season 3 starts with like regrets and a funeral. It's actually not that great. I feel like, yeah, your brother committed suicide. We learned that in season 1. Why in season 3 are we like watching him like bent over?
I can't
He's
get
like,
into it.
I know, because it's not great.
Do you feel like,
which is fine if that's the goal, but it's not for me.
Do you feel like there's so I'm thinking about stuff, right?
Yeah.
Handmaid's Tale,
It's coming
Game of
back.
Thrones,
All right.
all these things. They're very dramatic and tragic.
Yeah.
But yet they're what wins awards and what people want to see. So again, I question our society really like, okay, so.
Is this what we're addicted to?
Yeah,
we're addicted to trauma. We are.
Oh my God, we are.
We're obsessed. We always, and then you think about 9/11. That's why people love it. They jerk off to it.
Right.
They're like, 9/11.
Did you see the documentary?
Do you remember that day? Where were you? Remember how it felt? Now we need to go to war to prevent this from happening. It's like, oh, God damn it. You really went the wrong direction after 9/11. But yeah, we're addicted to the trauma. People love it.
People love trauma. And I feel like they just click for me
as
when
you
said
grow
that.
up, people can't give it up. So they repeat the same cycle. They can't give up their trauma. That's what we're trying to do.
So that's what's happening in the show for you. It's like we're doing the same thing over and over because
I'm
that's
watching
all
the
we
show.
know.
I'm like, they're just watching.
Trauma.
I'm watching the bear. I'm like,
what's the next trauma?
They're going to yell at each other, and then they're going to yell at each
Who's
other.
gonna
Then
die?
he gets mad.
Who's
Then
gonna be on drugs?
then they bring up this topic. Then they bring up that. Then they fight again. Right. So I'm watching the bear, and I'm like, I mean, I get it. But I deal with this in the regular world.
It gets played out.
Yeah.
But the thing is that we still watch because again,
we're doing the same thing.
We're
addicted to the trauma.
Which, yeah, you need to watch that movie I told you about.
Okay. What?
My Old Ass.
Okay.
It has Aubrey Plaza in it.
Oh, I would like that.
Oh my God. I cried a little.
Oh, I need to see it. Okay. My Old Ass. Okay.
It's like one of those coming of age movies, but like it's also
oh no,
as an older like, can I just tell you the premise? Okay, so there's a Gen Z girl that's about to leave for college in like 3 weeks or whatever. Gonna leave, and she takes a lot of mushrooms, and she trips herself into then sitting next to her 39-year-old self, who's Aubrey Plaza or what's
oh wow.
Yeah. So then they're talking, and they're like, it's just interesting
weird.
hearing and then she was like 39, and the younger girl's like, God, you're middle-aged ass, like you old ass bitch, blah blah blah. So
my old ass.
So it's sort of like cheesy in a sense that like. But it's like a cool way to look at your old self, and the way that Aubrey Plaza was playing it, like, oh, you might not want to do that, or don't do this, don't do that, or do this. It like takes the fun away from life, whereas life is supposed to be kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
in order to keep it. it's like
mistakes,
you have to.
Yeah. Are they mistakes or are they lessons?
I honestly, as I get older, I'm like, everything's a lesson now.
Right.
That's why I'm really taking this election differently this time.
It's a lesson.
I mean, I guess it's been 8 years. Oh my God, I just had a full blackout. I cannot wait to watch that on video. I just go.
I looked over. I was like,
I just pulled a Joe Biden.
And that was another episode. I was like, he's done.
I literally was like,
a Joe Biden. And we saved Medicare. We finally saved Medicare. We finally saved
One last thing about that, though. Can we talk about the fact that the Affordable Care is the same thing as Obamacare, but people
don't realize
don't want to.
Yep.
So like,
they want the Affordable Care.
They want Affordable Care,
but they're like, we want that Affordable Care Act. That gave me Medicaid.
But
it's like,
fuck Obamacare.
But
and
fuck
it's like,
okay.
It's like, but that is Obamacare.
thing, yeah.
You just made up Obamacare because you're a psychopath.
They called it Obamacare to try to make it sound bad.
Then there was something. I mean, it was crazy. But anyway, anyway. I feel like I just spoke shit Mandarin.
Shit Mandarin, yes.
Shit Mandarin. Well,
oh no, honey. She is on.
We're seeing Trixie and Katya too.
She's on a journey.
We're seeing Trixie and Katya this weekend.
Speaking of, what is this going to be like? Like, I don't know what it is.
Podcast recording.
Oh, okay.
They're going to sit down and just talk.
Oh, I love it.
It's going to be great.
I'm ready to hear people talk.
We're ready to hear them talking. Get all sassy.
They're going to be so witty.
It's like,
yeah. They will be.
Well, it's going to be funny.
Good. It'll be funny.
Well, I'm going to be really high, so I didn't like.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
Tipsy.
Sundries. Fuck it.
Sundries.
You illegals, start packing your bags now, because you're the fuck out of this country.
My sundry is to piggyback off something Caleb Huron posted about restaurants need to bring back regular menus, like no more QR menus, which I'm fully in favor of. Like, get rid of this fucking shit. I'm tired of getting my phone out. I'm tired of staring at it. But going off that, I also want any type of outdoor restaurant that stays open in the fall to have blankets available. Because I went to Littleton's and they had blankets that they gave you. So you could sit there with it over your legs, wrapped around, and you're staying warm. Because you know how it's like 60 degrees and it's like a little cold, but not a lot.
A little chill in the air.
So I want blankets everywhere. I know they have them at Cento too.
Cento?
Have you been there? It's like that Italian place. It's basically just...
I have never been.
Oh, it's in German Village. It's a Cameron Mitchell. So it's, you know what to expect.
So it's the same sauces and the same... A lot of butter now. Yep.
So, so that's my sundry. Blankets. I want more blankets everywhere.
You just want blankets everywhere.
Honestly, everywhere. If I'm
cozy.
cold, I want to be able to be like.
And that's why we have our blankies. We have our puss blanks.
We have our puss blanks, which our pusses are smaller now.
My puss is so small now.
Yeah, I'm worried. I'm like,
no, that picture you sent me, I was like, I thought, and I was skinny.
When you were in the chair.
By the way, I was skinny there.
I remember that was a skinny point, like a 15-pound down, when you were seesawing.
It's crazy.
It is kind of crazy. Like, you are skinty.
I'm skinny. My sundry, this is going to actually come as a surprise, but sometimes, and I guess parents will relate to this, but my sundry is dogs. I love them, right? I love my girls. They're my girls. But they're kind of a pain in the dick sometimes. And so an example would be, we went down to Cincinnati for a football game. My cousin coaches for whatever, blah, 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 blah.
Just one night.
One night, but puppy camp can't handle it. They can't do it.
What?
Yeah, we're booked. You can do our luxury one. I'm like, no. And also, how much money have I spent here that you can't just like fit us in?
Okay, and what's luxury?
Oh, there's a camera on them and they have an indoor pod. It's like, they don't need that. Okay?
No, they don't care if you're watching.
Look at Pam. She shits her kennel. Like, I mean, it's fine. But like, it was so annoying that we went there and then
just for that,
we had to come home for the dogs.
Right.
And it's like, we wanted to stay the night. Like, we wanted to do like
that's
a
why
night
you drove
in Cincy.
back.
Yes.
I wondered why you were like, it's been a long day. I've been up since 6. I was like, what?
Yeah, we drove down. We woke up at 6 and then we left here at 7. We got there around like 8:30 or 9. We walked around. Yeah. It was
God. I didn't realize that was why. Oh,
yes.
Yeah. So yeah, dogs are a lot more work than people. Like it's.
Yeah. Like I just want to say to everyone.
It would be so much easier if you didn't have dogs.
Or if they could just be like a little more self-sufficient.
Like cats, where you can leave a cat alone for 2 days.
Like I honestly wish our dogs could like open the back door and go potty.
Dog door. I think we need it, but not in this neighborhood.
But then it's
wouldn't do that here. Wouldn't do that here. Maybe at my I wouldn't
do it at your house either.
Wow.
No offense.
Because of the rats.
And I'm gonna put it out there too, because let me just say something. Our girl Charlie XCX has 7 fucking goddamn nominations.
That's amazing
for the Grammys. But it's really interesting. She posted something like 2 days ago, and it's her in a video that she made. I think for her fans, but it was like a story. And in the story, it was 2 years ago. She said, it would be really interesting. She's like, if I won an award, or actually if I just got nominated for like one of these awards, it would just like, I think it'd be really cool. But what? So she like spoke into existence. So that's why I'm saying all of our,
we love the brat.
We love everyone.
Bitch.
We love everything. Sign us. Cause we got to get out of here.
Yeah.
Bad. Like
it's time.
Like I'm tired of my job. I'm tired of the same old shit. It's just like, okay.
That's why I played Powerball last week. I was like, why am I wasting $20 on Powerball 2 days in a row? Right.
Because all I need to do is hit once a month.
And then I was like, I just spent $40 in a week on lottery tickets that I know I will not win.
But you never know.
1 in
You
29
could,
million.
though.
1 in 29 million. It's like,
do you know that's how? Can I just say something?
What?
This is so terrible.
Why am I doing that?
When I'm having a panic attack about something that could ail me or kill me, I think to myself, well, that's actually like
the odds are not.
That'd be like me being scared about winning the lottery. Like, it's not, girl.
Your odds are so low.
Literally, it's so low that like you actually have to consider yourself lucky in a way. Like,
right.
I mean, seriously,
It's
like some of these diseases, it's like, oh my God, like
you dodged the bullet.
We dodge bullets every day.
Oh yeah, just
dodge
for not
those
getting
motherfucking bullets.
ALS or something, which I hope I don't get. I'm worried. I've had some weird movements in my finger here, like where it goes like.
Oh, mine does that. It's called mouse finger, girl.
Okay.
It's because we're constantly on our like my hand
like,
falls asleep.
I'm glad you talked to you because I was like, what if I get ALS? Like that's a Lou Gehrig's. Like I was like, I'll be dead.
No, I can't.
Stop
I
breathing.
can't talk about it.
I can't breathe. So I would be like, if I see this, I'm just saying, if I die, you'll know. Yeah, sometimes it does it.
Like it'll go. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
But it kind of moves like.
It's not ALS. I'll tell you that. It's mouse finger.
I look up fasciculations.
I know. I hear you. Oh, great. Now I'm going to push
I told you the word.
Jesus fucking Christ. Now,
take me to the hospital.
Now I'm going to have to push you around in a fucking wheelchair while you're like, I'll be like, is his generator still on? Like, no, you won't even be able to do that, bro.
No, I can. It slowly, yeah.
No, you're gonna be.
It gets worse and worse.
You're at like.
You're gonna push me around when I have like a trach, because they have to have a machine breathe for the mess.
We are absolutely making you like Stephen Hawkins,
and I can only communicate with like
your eye
twitches
or like a. Yeah, what did Stephen Hawkins use? Like a computer that was connected to something.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember him? He was like, and you're like, he's like, oh, he's married, and he's like, Do you remember his bottom teeth? Like, listen, no offense to him, but those bottom teeth.
Those are bulldog,
Shave
French
those
bulldog
down.
teeth.
Shave them down.
French bulldog
put some
teeth.
retainers in. Like, I can't. Like, I know you can't move your whole entire body, but bitch, if your main event's gonna be your face, we got to get rid of those bulldog yellow teeth in the bottom.
I've never heard someone like critique Stephen Hawking's face.
Yeah, like,
but like
you might
if
be
we are
smart,
going to
but you're
critique
ugly.
it, like it needs critiqued.
You might be smart, but you're ugly as fuck. And I don't think it's the ALS that's making
the
you.
glasses needed an update.
The ALS
glasses,
it's not what's making you ugly.
The boxy square 1980s computer nerd glasses, like the Bill Gates Microsoft.
It was just
nerdy.
the lip.
You got.
It's just the mouth for me. If you really can you just go like honestly,
have you watched the Family Guy clips of Stephen Hawking?
Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
I gotta Stephen. That's how we'll end the show is with
yeah, they should have been gone.
like I have to look at
if he's not chewing with those, then I don't know. Did he eat?
No,
did he eat?
Feeding tube. I mean, this was him.
It's just it's hard to remember. Like I'm literally like I think I was afraid as a kid a little bit. I was like, is this can this happen to anyone?
He never had good teeth though.
Well, he's British, of course. I mean, honey.
That's really bad. Wait, is there pictures of him before he had it?
What's going on? Did I miss something?
Just some idiot streaking across the field.
You are all looking at my penis. You didn't plan on it, but it's happening.
A fascinating new discovery. The first directly observable instance of a black hole, which appears to be located just outside our solar system. Trisha Takanawa has the story.
Tom, I'm standing here with Stephen Hawking, the first white man I've ever met who knows math better than me. Mr. Hawking, what does the discovery of this black hole mean to you and your research?
I am overjoyed. This is the crowning achievement of my career. It validates the work of a lifetime.
It certainly does. Back to you, Tom.
All right, we're clear. I'm telling you, man, this shtick is getting so old. That chair
Look, he
smells,
had his
dude.
mouth.
Hey, Steve, surf's up. All right, see you, bitch.
Can you imagine?
If she wants a little boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka, boom.
So why would you be a good candidate on The Bachelorette?
I would be perfect for your show because I know how to talk dirty to the ladies. Oh yes, that feels so good. Spit in my mouth. Ryan, I am glad you could come to my faculty cocktail
This is so
party.
unhinged.
Let me introduce my wife, Helen.
Damn it, Steve, you forgot to pull out the cheese and crackers.
Helen, don't start with me in front of our guests. Do you think I like hitting you? I am sorry you had to see that.
All right.
Well, this has been another episode of Not Well. Make sure, again, you join my Etsy page and buy some shit for me. Especially if you're in Columbus, I have some really good pictures up there. And call us 614-721-5336. We still haven't heard from Thatcher, so I'm assuming the worst. Anything else for you? Are we good?
No, we're great.
Close it out, girl. Close it. Good night. Goodbye.
Farewell.
They got their fucking money's worth this week, bitch.
Oh my God, this.